Anyway, let's, there's one other thing we need to do that it should have went in the Irithyll loose ends video, but I forgot. After we killed the invader, I think his name was Crichton the Wanderer, right? He invaded us there right before we got the undead bone shard behind the tombstone or whatever. Anyway, after that, if you go back to the bridge, this bridge right here where we fought that giant crocodile monster, we passed through the illusion there, and we go halfway down this bridge, we'll be able to pick up Crichton's armor set, I believe. Yeah, Crichton's steel mask, mirror chainmail, mirror chain gloves, and mirror chain leggings. So we did that real quick. Now let's go do the Irithyll Dungeon section. Now in this section there's going to be a new enemy type. It's called a Jailor, and he has a soldering iron. It's like a branding iron that he can put on you with fire, and it'll rapidly drain. It'll stun lock you and rapidly drain your health, so you don't want to get hit by that branding iron, or you'll probably die. And also, when they look at you and raise their lantern, your health bar decreases in size rapidly. Not just the red, but the size of the whole bar decreases. So it doesn't help to use a health potion if your bar is already real small. It can't increase your health beyond the size of that bar. Anyway, so let's head on down here and get started. Rusty coin. Just a guy in there. That screaming noise just calls the enemies. Here's something in here. Large titanite shard. Nothing in there. Here's a door, but it's locked. We're going to have to get a key for that later. Here's going to be one of those jailers. I had a little bit of trouble with him. I didn't get my weapon swing started soon enough, so he was able to hit me with that soldering iron, and as you can see, my health bar rapidly decreased. Anyway, so now that it's back, I'm going to use a potion. That was an ambush for this item right here. It's just a fading soul. This guy's just inside. There's nothing inside that door. Pick up my souls. That's a little better. Use a health potion. Head down here to the end of this place. Pick up a large titanite titanite card. This door right here is locked. We'll get a key for that pretty soon. We're going to drop down here. There's a guy down here, so we're going to hit him. Lord Soul of a Nameless. Let's run on down this way. The old sorcerer bar. It's giving me a forcible hug. And we've been invaded. I'm going to switch to my Claymore since we have an invader. This guy's just chained up in there. There's nothing in there, so we won't worry about that. Already got everything in there. This guy's just running away all the time. We can't seem to catch him. Running. Got a fading soul. This guy's annoying. He doesn't fight, he just runs. There, he's dead. Now if I can remember where I'm going. I was down here. Yeah, I think this is the way I want to go. Let's see. Did I go through here? Yeah, there's an item in here. Large titanite shard. Let me switch back to my Fume Ultra Great Sword. Pale pine resin. Now in here, as you can see, I'll use my torch to show you, is one of these baby dogs, I like to call them. They got a baby face and they're like a dog, but this one's not hostile, so I'm not going to kill him. So we can open this. And open this to create a shortcut through this area. This is where the bridge was. So now we can go this way. Right in here, we're going to find a jailbreaker's key, which opens a window that is like over there on the other side of that bridge where we come in. If we go down to the end of that where I busted some boxes, there was a little window there that was locked. It'll go that way, so we'll use that in the future. Now over this way, there are 3 jailers, I believe. Let me look. I'm going to use a green blossom. I'm going to use a green blossom again. See, my health really went down there. Let me get my souls back. I'm gonna wait for my health to come back. Use a flask. Use another flask. There's a guy in here. There's an item. Simple gem. Now, as you can see, there's a door down here. Does not open from this side. Down here's a crystal lizard. Nothing in there, else in there. I don't think there's anything in there. I'm not sure. No, no item in there. Flask up. There's an item right here. Homeward bone. See, there's an item up on that ledge. We're going to use that jailbreaker's key that we found to go through the window and drop down to that in just a second, but I'm going to go fight a mimic first. Fight some guys down here and fight a mimic. This is a mimic chest. So let's put on a Undead Hunter Charm. That's a trick from the old Dark Souls game. I don't know if I should hit him first. Let's just throw the Undead Hunter Charm. He gets passive and coughs up his loot. Got an Estus shard. I'm gonna kill him. I killed him just because he's a mimic chest and we want to kill him. So let's homeward bone back to the shrine bonfire. And use that Estus shard to increase our number of Estus flasks.
Ah, 'tis good this one needs.
Reinforce Estus flask.
Pretty be careful. I don't.
Let's, since we got so many souls, let's buy some arrows while we're here.
Oh, I landed one.
Let's buy some blood red moss clumps. Because some of those enemies in that area give you bleeding damage. Let's buy some fire arrows. Let's buy 100 fire arrows. Let's buy some more heavy bolts in case we ever need to use our crossbow and our longbow to like kill a large enemy or something. Let's buy 100 of those. Let's buy some moonlight arrows. Okay. Let's buy some large arrows. And some standard arrows. Okay.
Goodbye. And stay.
Now we're going to use the jailbreaker's key to go through the window, and we'll be back down where we fought the mimic chest. We could just run by all the enemies, but I'm going to fight this jailer just in case he hits me and knocks me off or something. way to do it. Use the jailbreaker's key. Now we're going to get the bellowing dragon crest ring here. We'll have to take a look and see what that does later. Just run past those guys, past where the mimic chest was. Now there's a whole bunch of enemies coming through this area. We're just gonna fight them because we're tough. Well, that worked out pretty good. There's a few more down here. Let's use a flask. There's a soul down here. Soul of a weary warrior. Now you can drop down here and you'll go to the left of, there's a giant down here. What I'm gonna show you. But I think the giant's blocking the way if you drop down that way. Then there's another spot over here where you can drop down and totally, you drop down here and you can totally avoid waking up the giant and go on to the next area. But I'm gonna go take you down this ladder and we're just gonna open a door here that allow us to escape once we wake up the giant from the other side. Let me show you the giant. There he is. See, he's blocking this way. And from here, you can't go on that way either because there's a cliff there. The reason we want to wake up the giant is because he's sitting on a couple items and a crystal lizard that'll give you a titanite chunk, I believe. You almost killed us, but we got the titanite chunk and the soul of a crestfallen knight. And we just go up the ladder. And if we wanted to drop down here again, I think he's permanently awake. Or it might take a while for him to go back to sleep. Let's go down the ladder and look at him and see if he's back asleep. Seems to be asleep. Well, we're at 35 minutes. I'm going to end the episode there. I know that he'll definitely be asleep if we go back and rest at the bonfire. So I think I'm going to homeward bone back to the bonfire last rested at just to make sure he's asleep. And if you could hit those subscribes, likes, and comment on my videos, I'd appreciate the feedback. And if you could share this channel with your fellow gamers, friends, and family, I'd appreciate it. So I'm going to stop the video there. Take care.